What up, guys? How y'all doing? Your girl said people lost me. Whatever you're trying to say with your mental clarity, let me. I want to tell you something. We all know what we go through in life, me and my friends. We all know we all been hurt in a certain situation in this certain situation. It's not about fighting. It's about us healing. Now you have a lot to say, girl. Your beauty, your words are using God in many ways, and you have to understand in your words and understanding what are you doing here, right? To understand it. But you can't speak on something that you have no thing to speak on. It's going to take time for all us to heal. And it's not about fighting, it's about us healing. You think you know my friends and they outcast me. You think you know something about any one of them. That's the difference between. I told Ricky. I had to talk with Ricky, and I said, Rick, when I was getting, I said, Rick, if we didn't let everybody get between us, we was all up, me, you, Rizzo, and everybody would still be hanging out, right? So, so I told Mary, and I told Ricky this. Ricky said, Hubert, you right. You see, there's a bunch of manipulators in this world, and understand it. We all have to venture out sometimes, right? But the most thing could be the most problem in life is going to jobs and them manipulate us in ways that we can't understand. Then the outside world manipulate us. That's the most crucial part in that situation. You can't talk about none of my friendship. Tabitha left after she gave me a hug and she's not here anymore. So God say let me tell you, God got something to do in dividing plan. As she moved to another state, as she helped me say we miss you and we miss you. And I looked on her Facebook. So when it's time to travel, when she moved to another state, trust me, me and Samantha was just talking about moving to Arizona. To where you know nothing what you speak of or what we talk about. All us talked about buying a house. We want to buy a house in Boston. Sabina, we talked about that many times. You know nothing of things that you speak of. We go through stuff. We had for us to get back together. I had a dream, and this dream told me many details that I went in this cabin. And Sabina and them all up there, mom and them was in their own cabin, my family. And we went to hill out, so we went to go on a retreat. That retreat was the understanding of life. That means we're gonna be there, the understanding and healing of life. To understand the healing of life, to understand the prosper, that dream, to understand the dream, to tell me to understand if ever to get back together, we have to understand the healing of life. And after we heal from this, you go on a spiritual body retreat. I watched this animated movie on thing. It's a great animated movie. This girl with suits and she fight her mama on kingdom and this suit give her power. It's an animated thing and she on the whole army and it's a great. But after they finish winning wars, her mama take her to the temple for her to retreat her body. The retreat. The retreat after she didn't want war, and she found out that she had a sister. Her sister turned out to be on her side too. When she wore that suit, she turned it a certain type of way to gain. The daughter was able to fit the suit because the girl was able to fit it because she was the lost daughter. in the animated thing. So when she got the daughter to come on her side, she started kissing her. So it was more. But after they won the wars, they won wars. Her mama took her to that temple and put her body. It's only right that you have after all of the kingdom that you have as my heir. So her mama took her to the temple where she can rest her body, put her body in the water. She started moving her body so she can heal in the water to understand the kingdom. How you doing? You have no time to speak on. But let me tell you something. That situation that's going on in Dallas with them lying, there's a lot of manipulation, a lot of people not knowledge. So we gotta stay away from each other till all the facts come together. Because what happened in 2019, that black model from Dallas and their behavior and that dumb court, we walked away from them. Don't come up to me where manipulation going on in these streets, and don't come up to me like that. Where we stand, let me tell you something. After me and Sabina found out our problem, we settled our problems. She tried to call me behind Marissa not being knowledge. Hey, your tactics won't work over here. And I'm going to get you for trying to start up trouble and make up things. It's not cool. You know nothing about history. I push people away. What do you understand? I push people away. What do you understand? You know nothing. Because I was in a relationship with her, when people wanted to get closer, she had a kid. Jessica had a kid. After I did what I did, what's the problem with it? What you know about these things? After I done did what I did, you don't know nothing about my situation. After I done did what I did. You think I'm really worried about Texas and their lies and Trump and all the rest of y'all problems, man? Then they had the balls to have an informant in there. And why they lie for why Donald Trump plays a part of his community and he take his vote aside, that's racist. Why he put his people first, put you agitated, you people that dictate things to understand it. He care about his people. He care about the Nazis. Donald Trump don't know who God is. And these black people and Joe Biden don't know who God is because he wouldn't have did what he did. Don't come up to me with those stories that you claim that you know on what they did. Let me tell you something, woman. I want to let you know something here. The people that killed God, they had powers and numbers and sight and the fear in themselves. They fear the people. They fear the people. What I'm trying to say, they put fear in the people. God had a little numbers, they had sight, and they had power. Right? He had sight. And he had a little fear because he was making change. He was starting to make change. But let me get you on this concept. Joe Biden and Trump know better. Senator Ted and them know better. It's the actions of knowing this world. And one thing that God been on this earth since centuries. He been on this earth since, let me tell you, Joe Biden been on, and Senator Ted is older than me. All right. John, all the rest of them, attorney, pastor, all of them, and you telling me when you talking to these politics and they know how racism or behavior, disability going on, and you telling me When I talked to Marissa's mom, she got the same problem with that. When I talked to Marissa's sister, she got the same problem with Social Security. When I talked to Chicago, New York, they got the same problem with Social Security. Let me tell you something. It's people in power that know this world, but they put their people first. They put the hypocrite, the narcissist, and it's black and white. It's certain individuals that's picking mindset. There's a billion mindsets on this earth, woman. And it is a billion mindset, and people are being picky and narcissists about it. But don't come at me when I didn't talk to my friend mom many times. Sabina's mom and sister, and they got the same problem. Chicago, New York, everybody told me they got a problem with their Social Security. They know what goes on in this business. If they want disability to stick by the rules, the business got to stick by the rules and not faking a love for God and lying for it. And they want to complain and think they have a right to complain about it. And Donald Trump, and I told the civil rights, no, he got the right to complain and talk about when American business is going to get out of debt. They own disability. When we should sanctuary them. What's the difference for that when business need to be sanctuary every year? He talked, Donald Trump talk a good game, but when he put his people first and certain individuals, why American business don't get sanctuary every year, penalized every year against disability? But you talking about Social Security getting out of debt. What about the American business getting out of debt against disability? Don't be a narcissist. And when these behaviors and these mindsets that's going on, he took his people side. He took the one that like those stones. And they act like that we believe in a nation, and they actually certain blacks are judging mindsets. You can't speak on my relationship and my friendships. You can't speak on Demir. You can't speak on none of those things with us. You can't speak on none of those things. You can't speak on it. I saw Demir's mom and them on the bus, and we talked about old times. You think I'm worried about whatever we go through stuff. We have things. That's what friends and childhood friends, we go through stuff and learn. It's about healing. It's about that we can meet up one day with each other. It's not about those things, it's a lot of manipulation. You're speaking out of tongues. You're speaking out of tongues, and you have no right to speak out of tongues. So, what those things is, you have no right to do with the things you're doing. You have no things to do in what you're doing. Stop speaking on stuff that you have no things to speak about. When there's a bunch of manipulating that bullshit they pull with MO3 and that black model, and Marissa listening to that, stay away from that. Your things don't understand me. You can never understand the qualification of what the meaning of those things. Don't speak about stuff when it got a lot of manipulation, a lot of lying. You humans, mindsets, you use different mindset tactics. Get money, stop the way you be a baby. You been chewing and selling baby legend. Your tactics don't mean nothing to me. Watch your words. until Jessica and Chris Clark, Jessica get on here, and Chris Clark and everybody get on YouTube to speak how they feel. I don't believe. No, but I know my situation with me and Jessica and what I did and how I pushed her away. So that's the pit. I pushed her away. She had a kid. So those things. When I found out about it, I was like, hmm. So those are the things where my behavior and my situation is with my past people, and I had to deal with it. So once I did that, we lost our connection with each other. I really didn't have a say no more once I did what I did with me and Jessica. So it doesn't matter to me. I really didn't have a say so in those things. So I really didn't have a say so in those things and how I did the things that I did. So I pushed, I did what I did. So I'm not, what you don't understand, you can't speak about things that you have no concept of. And the things I did. So that's just the price that I have to pay when I do things like that. So you can't speak about my friendships. You can't speak about none of those things. You can't speak about those things. So I have a lot of issues that I push people away from me. And that's the price that I have to understand of the things that I do. I can't not just think about other people. I just can't. The thing is, it's just not about my feelings here, and I have to worry about. And I didn't care about anybody else's feelings, and that's why I paid the price for it, right? So I had to understand the price that I paid, and I can never get that back. You cannot get that back overnight at the price that you pay. So when you push people away, so what I did was fucked up. So, and I spend more time with a person than anything. Seeing her smile every time I walk in her room, I walk in Chris Club and see her smile. I paid that price, and you gotta understand we can't come back from things we know we like. I can't keep arguing with people, guys. I'm going on a journey. I can't keep arguing with people. I can't keep doing this on this journey. I can't keep doing everything on journeys with people, man. I can't keep doing it. And I know this guy. I know this guy. I met this guy. Hmm. It's been a while since I actually seen him. That was Jessica, baby. It's been a while. Hmm. He's grown up in a picture. I met him before. I met him. I talked to him before. I talked to him before. So it's some things I talked to people before. But we all go through stuff in life. We all have to understand it. So I realized my part in a lot of situations, what I did. So I gotta accept all of it, not the bad, the whatever that things in the part, not all of the things that you say or what it is. They make memories and they accept those memories. So just like I told you, like when I pushed another person, Cassie, when she wanted to tell me she loved me, and this was before I even met. Just I wasn't really involved with nobody, and Cassie and I walked away from her in the park. I walked away from her. She tried to tell me love me, and I walked away from her. So how can I understand where my behavior is at and understand not giving people a chance to listen and let them tell me how they feel? So those things are what I have to understand of my behavior and the things that I pay. So I have to realize those things, guys. I ain't trying to argue, but I have to realize those things that really, really mean to me and the consequences that I had. You can't speak on stuff that you have no business speaking on. Please. Because we all got to understand what we done and what we doing with how I pushed it so far. So we all got to understand it. So those are the things with those situations. Guys, I ain't trying to argue with your partner. I ain't trying to for you to throw punchlines and maneuver and you think you know about my life. You know nothing about it. You know nothing about my friends. You know nothing about what I've been through with them, the ups and the downs. You know nothing about it. And we had a lot of ups and downs with each other. You know nothing about those things that we've been through. Hey, I gotta deal with a lot of bullshit, guys. And let me tell you, and Cassie meant what she told me a long while back. She meant what she said. I can't have you. I don't want to be with you. That's just the bottom line with that situation. I don't want. I don't want to. I don't. If I can't have you, I don't want you in my life. That's just the way things is. You got to speak on things that you don't know of. If I can't have you, I don't want you in my life. And that's the main thing she said at that part. Guys, I don't got time for shenanigans. I don't got time for you to speak about my life when I'm going through these things and my behavior and certain part of things. You digging yourself a hole because you're going beyond your means. You digging yourself a hole and you don't know you digging yourself. My hole is not being dug. If we choose not to hang out, we choose not to hang out. My hole is far from being set. You digging yourself a hole. You're going beyond your graves and you don't even know it. This goes deeper than you ever even beyond. You need to stop going deeper, trying to find out whatever you're trying to find out with your behavior. Stop it. Them doors are closed for a reason. So don't open up more doors you should not be opening up. Because I'm already having deja vu in a lot of other situations. Don't be opening up doors that you should not be opening up. Guys, I don't got time for all of this at the end of the day. I don't got time for it. My part in doing how I act, it don't got nothing to do with the understanding. Leave me alone. We meant to keep those doors closed, but baby, you're dealing with something that's beyond your means. You need to stop where you're coming from and you need to stop it. Because you're dealing with something that you have no right to deal with. You're messing with boundaries, past histories. that's going to get you in a lot of trouble. I might got to stay away from them. They can see the spirit out the bullshit of others one day, God said. Stay out of it. My conviction goes to little M kid. My relationship go beyond your means. Stop stepping with toes that don't belong to you. Nobody got time for that. You're stepping on barriers that don't belong to you in that manner. We have other things to do, and you're in my way. So before you speak on things that you know of, hush. Hush what you think you know. Hush what you think you understand. Hush with those things that you think you know. Because you opening up doors that you should not be opening up. Your barriers go farther than your beyond. It goes in your state. It goes in, trust me, it go beyond your means. Keep those doors closed. You can't speak about things you have no way of speaking about. Have a good day, girl. Girl, you are something to me that you don't understand. I've been in hiding a long time. But right now, you're asking for it. You're asking for it. Keep your mouth closed and stay out of mine. You hear me? We have a lot to do. And you're in my way. I was just in Addison in 2019 before I left here. I had to show some people behavior in my past was acting up with Albert. And I'm really getting sick or tired of all the childish behavior. I'm really getting tired of it, like literally. They know how they was looking and acting towards me. Like, come on. We all adults now. We ain't kids no more. Y'all gotta act like that. So if Albert was cool, but it's just people acting like a child, man, like literally. So those are the things of with that situation. So you have no thing to speak of. Past is not going to come back unless it wanted to come back, unless we want to talk it out. Right? That's the difference is. If it don't want to be talked out, hey, trust me, I have tried, partner, about my behavior. And that just can't explain it. If people don't want to talk, people don't want to talk. It's the way it is. See, we ain't going to complain over it and cry over it anymore. With the sense for it. We ain't gonna cry over it anymore. I can't cry over it anymore when I'm dealing with a lot of stuff. We move forward, and that's the best thing we can do. Each and every day that we can make things better. And I'm here taking it day by day. I'm working on myself day by day. So if people don't want nothing to do with me, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. And it's not a bad thing. It's about it's not a bad thing. I can't look at it at everything a bad thing. So, I try to be friends with then I try to be friends. Like, okay, then I want to be friends with her. She didn't even mention that. So people don't know what those things that I'm doing right now. I got a whole lot of things going on in my life, and I'm about to spread my horizon. There's more that's going on in this universe. And sometimes I always been a man and step things up when I was a teenager. And I have to step it up even more higher. I have to take the bar even more higher. I always did stuff different. But this time it's taking the bar a little bit higher and where I want to go. And the things I want to do. So those are the things you can't understand. None of those things can be met. Guys. I can't make an excuse for every time, man. Shit, it's about making the life better and trying to go by day, each day. So, and people acting like and I don't want to deal with that, man. Like people try to put your problems and and put other things on you where people don't want to deal with it. I couldn't even get to the post. Why is that blocked? Yeah, coming. Yeah, yeah, what's going on? Now, what you talking about? You gotta be something. But your little TV, you gonna keep the box for this TV? All right. So we all gotta understand our part. Guys, I ain't get this fuck out overnight, guys. One thing I realized where I went wrong at, and I have to care about other people's feelings, and I understand where I went wrong at. So it's nothing about what you're talking about. So what can you say? he would start using my title. That's going on with people around here. The ability of it. So remember, your world is your world, and you take your world as it goes. And shit, it's time for me to stop making excuses and start making it happen. Stop complaining about it. Stop. Yeah, I had to start caring about other people. So I realized where I fucked up at. So leave me the hell alone at the end of the day. I'm happy. God bless. And God, please stay out of my life. But you know nothing about it. You know nothing about it. Okay? Once I did what I did, I know about my own friendship, my own life, and what I seen and what I did to push them away. So don't you come at me and tell me if you was not there in my life. You gotta be there to see it. So you're not out to speak on what I have seen and what I've been through. These guys, like, come on.